I think next year is going to be a big year in terms of trying to sort out what the regulatory approach is going to be. I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on them to do something. And certainly on the Democratic side of the aisle, there's going to be a real desire to put some points on the board. FTX, frankly, like the primary use case was financial speculation. And so your goal has to be to try and create something that either is very, very buttoned up, and you can do something around financial speculation as long as it has the proper safeguards and measures. I mean, that would be positive. And then if you do something that does fix a problem around consumer data, medical information, governance, real-time feedback, financial inclusion would be my hope, is that if you can show look, here are real-life people who had jobs and opportunities and new businesses and new customers that are enabled by this, many of whom I think are in this room. Ideally, they're situated in an environment or from a group or a community or a district that is politically important. Because again, it's real. It's it's politics. Those are the things that I think could make a difference.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort. And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book. The New World Order book is going to show you how the world really works. And it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. I told you at the beginning of the year, in the first quarter of 2022, we was going to have an event that was going to bring us down. And then also in the fourth quarter, we would have an event that would bring us down. That's exactly what happened. And now I'm going to tell you, in the first quarter, we're going to have an event that's going to bring us down in 2023. And then also in the fourth quarter of 2023, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, guys, the markets are still going to be pumping and dumping until they get ready to pull the full rug. But I'll let you know when that's about to happen. Now, also, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to get re-educated. And also, much love to those who've donated to the Cash Shop and Patreon. And in my Patreon, I keep you up to date with the New World Order events. Also, I give you the New World Order cryptos in the Patreon. Of course, you have to do your own research. But this next bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure that you have the cryptos that have utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And as I'm doing this video, we have Bitcoin and crypto slightly moving up. Don't forget, guys, we are the only game in town on the weekend, but we see how volume has left the market. We know in order to make a big move, either up or down, we have to have volume. So, guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We had yield rates Friday, guys. They were slowly rising. Of course, we have volume, Tether, USDC. Now, we have Tether says it is moving 1 billion USDT from Solana to Ethereum, but they say it's not going to change the supply. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed repo still over 2 trillion. We know they're going to be raising rates again in December. And the Fed is flying under the radar again because of the FTX story. And we know now the Republicans take over the House, so they're really going to be priming up this movie. We know the Hegelian dialectic is about to start. And then plus, we know the masses are going to be distracted. We have Thanksgiving, then we have Christmas, and then we know in the first quarter, we always take a dump in the market, but we know the masses is getting income taxes, so they will be distracted and spending money, being the consumer. But like Novogratz stated, they don't understand that they're laid off, that they're fired. They would have saved that money and got in the lab. During the C word, it should have taught the whole globe that you have to prepare for the unknown. Because, guys, we know there's a lot of narratives going on. Energy crisis, food crisis, water crisis, war. The NWO can pull off anything. But then also, guys, don't forget about Grayscale at about $14.77 billion. Right now at a 43% discount. But guys, let's get over to a little crypto news. We have Andrew Yang says that the FTX collapse could trigger an appetite for harsher regulation. And guys, we know this FTX situation is going to bring in the NWO's plan, their type of regulation that they want to put in place, so therefore they can get these stable coins and CBDCs passed through Congress. Remember, this is a whole new sector that was supposed to get rid of the banks. Now they're going to start implementing the banks in the system that was supposed to get rid of the banks in the first place. That's what happened in the 2008 crisis. Bitcoin and crypto gained traction because it was supposed to get rid of the banksters. And now we see the banksters and the big corporations are taking the space over, and which gives them more money and more power. Be able to tell you what, where, and when and how to buy. And then you have 3 to 6 months to spend it, or poof, it's gone. Now we have Bitstamp gets a crypto license from the Bank of Spain. And guys, I don't care what country you go to, they have a plan to move over to blockchain and tokenization of their economy. Now, guys, we have fan tokens on display and NFTs at the FIFA World Cup. And, guys, we know if they see it, they will believe it. And we know the easiest way to program someone is through vision. That's the reason why television is so important to the NWO programming. Now, we have integrated advertising coming to the Decentraland game Ice Poker. Also, we have Cardano blockchain builder input-output releases a zero-knowledge privacy blockchain called Midnight with a token called Dust. And guys, we know time will tell whether it's really privacy because we know it's going to get tested. And lastly, guys, we have Man Group Ready's crypto hedge fund despite FTX chaos. And guys, we know the hedge fund boys are coming into town. We know crypto is the future, just like they know. And we know Sam Bankman-Fried went to MIT, the NWO school, and we see all his connections. We saw all these big corporations investing in him, and what was his mission? He was going to tokenize derivatives, and that's basically tokenizing the whole economy. And we know the hedge fund guys are coming in to do what? That's right, take your money, because we know when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books, Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books, It's Time to Re-Educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance, and not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Make sure you go like, subscribe, spread it everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Zebra, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.